If you look at marketing, that's very different from what happens in reality. And if you look at the HFEA data, that gives you an idea about how many IVF cycles may be required to have a baby, and also at what age it seems very difficult to have a baby through IVF. And this HFEA data looked from 2003 to 2010. Male factor accounted for almost 40%, and they reviewed 156,987 women who were treated. So, women under the age of 40 years, the live birth rate was 32.3% in the first cycle and remained over 20% in all subsequent cycles. If we look at the conservative and the optimistic, and take an average, it seems that the live birth rate was about 68.4% in 6 treatment cycles in young patients. When you look at 40 to 43 2 years, the live birth rate each cycle was 12.3%. And after 6 cycles, if you look at the prognostic calculation, the adjustment, you're looking at a live birth rate of 31.5%, which means that almost 70%, even after 6 trials of IVF, would not achieve a pregnancy. Over the age of 42, the live birth rate varies between 3 and 4% per cycle, and there are very few cases. Now, if you did it for male factor, and that's not for female factor, then the live birth rate in 6 cycles rose from 54.7 to 71.3%. With donor sperm, again, the live birth rate also significantly increased to 65.9 to 81.2%. And again, that's because these couples were trying, and due to a male factor, conception was not possible. If you look at oocyte numbers, the live birth rate increases as the number of oocytes increases in the first, second, and third cycle, and then it plateaus once you cross 15 oocytes, and the curve just flattens completely. With donor eggs, if you have a look at the data again, the live birth rate is about 29.6%. After 6 cycles of donor eggs, it's 75.5 to 86.7%. That is looking at both the parameters. So again, can you reach 100%? The answer is no. And if you look at the study which came from the United States, even after replacing 3 euploid embryos, the live birth rate in that study was around 92%. So about 30% of patients discontinue treatment. Natural conception may vary between 58 and 72%, and that's on unpublished data. And the cost of IVF varies from 9,000 to 12,000 and depends, inclusive excluding drugs. Frozen transfers also vary from 3,000 to 4,000. The cost of 6 cycles is huge. Fresh and frozen, and over 42 years, the chances of success are low even after 3 and 4 treatment cycles. And to complete 5 cycles with all the funds, the impact of negative results, you may require almost up till 2 years to complete that treatment. And that's something which you'll have to think about. So if you look at this study, it is very much a much more realistic representation of data that happens in the United Kingdom, and that even in young couples, you require a significant number of treatments if you want to achieve a pregnancy. Individual clinics will vary, but again, this gives us a general idea into how success rates would be possible. Thank you.